that we have, but just love them. I have a pair of Kookaburra slippers from last year, and I wear them all the time. It's just easy and great. Okay, so we all know the importance of our Wi-Fi and of our internet connection, because basically I think the faster way to say this is what's not running on the internet right now. Hardly anything, right? Our TVs are connected to the internet, our computers, our cell phones, our gaming devices, basically everything that we're using to communicate and for entertainment is all connected to Wi-Fi. And every now and then you have that spot in your home or where you're getting that dead zone, right? That connection that's just not working and you're getting frustrated, or maybe you're getting the little circle of death, right, on your computer, or maybe you're trying to binge watch a show and it keeps freezing and you say, I just don't know what to do. I'm paying for internet. Why isn't this working? This is how you solve that problem. And I tell you what, thank goodness it's here, because this is about to be the season where we're using more Wi-Fi than ever before. This is new today, and you're bringing home what's called TP-Link. It's a whole home 3-piece system, which is going to help you get fast, reliable Wi-Fi up to 5,500 square feet. Fantastic, right? We can all now breathe a deep sigh of relief that when the family comes over and we're all going to gather around and watch Christmas Vacation and we're going to stream it, it's not going to stop right when he puts the light together. Okay, anyway, Paigevolvo is joining me this morning. Paige, great to see you. How are you? Thank you for bringing this fantastic solution to us today.
Oh, Elise, you know, this happened to me yesterday.
Oh.
I was watching a movie on Netflix, right? Do you ever do this on your laptop or your phone and you go upstairs and you're in the dead zone?
Yep.
So then you have to come back down to that little sweet spot, right? So this is a dead zone killer. Elise, you're exactly right. This is that whole home solution. This is top of the line technology. What it does, it blankets your entire home in high speed internet. So it's building, you know, a stronger network, a faster network, high speed, lightning speed, but it paints this invisible Wi-Fi around the walls, down the hallways, around angles in the corners where it couldn't get before. And you said we have great animation. I'm going to show you how dramatic it is to increase that speed, to increase that range. 5,500 square feet. And it doesn't matter the layout, Elise. If you have a 3-story home, if you have that ranch home, and if you think about it, you may not have a home. I don't have a home 5,500 square feet, but Elise, I have on my front door that security camera. So I need coverage from the front door. When I'm hanging out with my friends in the backyard, maybe it's that fire pit or maybe the man cave. But you can see here, you put a router maybe on the first floor, and then we have 2 other ones to go around the house. There's amazing parental controls. I can't wait to tell you about it. The setup is a breeze. You can do it in less than 10 minutes. And we gave you a 3-pack. So it's very different from those extenders that you're seeing out there. Maybe you plug those in to get that little 1 or 2 extra rooms. Elise, this is the entire home solution. So say bye-bye to those dead zones faster. And we know all the devices that we're using today. I'm going to show you those in just a minute. But right there, you have all the cords and cables that you need.
This is it. This is the setup. I mean, it's amazing that this is the setup. I feel like it's almost easier than setting up your initial Wi-Fi situation.
Oh, for sure. So what you're going to do, okay, so that first one, you get 3 of these satellites, okay? So 1, 2, 3, they're all exactly the same. First thing you're going to do, Elise, you're going to download the free app for Apple and Android devices, your TP-Link DECO app. After that, it's going to walk you through and talk you through the process. But if you have Wi-Fi in your house, you have one of these. This is that modem. Okay, so you recognize this, right? This comes from your cable company or your internet service provider. The only thing you need to do from, you know, an installation perspective is you're going to get the included Ethernet cable. You're going to connect it between your modem and any one of the 3 satellites we included, because they both have 2 ports, Ethernet ports on the bottom. You connect it in, and then the app takes it from there and sets it up. So this guy lives by your modem. You're done for installation. Now the fun part, Elise, is do you want this in the front of the house and maybe one in the back of the house, one on the 3rd floor or the basement? We have put so many strains and drains on our homes the past few years, right? Online school. Maybe you're working from home. I can't tell you how many times my daughters would be online school, Elise, and they'd be like, Mom, we lost Wi-Fi again. I missed the whole class.
Right.
So it's a frustration we understand. We're gaming, we're Zoom calls. Maybe you want to do that shopping online. It's giving that flexibility to walk around the house. Think about where you use it most.
Look at that.
Maybe is it?
It
Look
just
at that,
blends right
done.
in. And now,
Isn't it so
I
pretty?
mean,
Yeah.
honestly, like you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know. I mean, you could hide this in a little spot if you wanted to, like right down here. If you really didn't want it to be seen at all, you could put it behind a vase. Maybe I want to go put this over in this hutch over here. You can absolutely do that. And what you've done is you've just given yourself peace of mind and lack of frustration. And I tell you, the last thing you want is frustration during any time of the year, but particularly the time when the weather gets cold and we're inside more and we're using more and more internet. Paige, I think you brought up a huge safety concern of mine personally when you said, I use Wi-Fi for my security system. I think that right there worth the price of admission. You don't want to spend all that money on getting, let's say, some sort of Wi-Fi security system and then it not actually working because of the Wi-Fi. So right there worth the price of admission. The fact that you're not going to have to worry about those movies stopping, getting on the internet. My goodness gracious, you know how frustrating it is when you can't send an attachment in an email because you're having problems. We've all been there. The schooling aspect that you were speaking of, it just makes life so much easier, and I think that's what it's all about. Taking it down a notch, simplifying, making life easier, and that's what this is. It's a perfect problem solution product.
Yeah, well, they're a pioneer when you're talking network solutions, and they brought you something that's going to paint your entire home in Wi-Fi. Say goodbye to those dead zones. We talked about 5,500 square feet, an entire home, but let's take it a step further. They're so generous in thinking about our connectivity. Elise, this is just a sampling of the devices that are in my home. This actual mesh system supports up to 100 devices. And you think, well, gosh, I'll never even get close to it, but let's take a look. So in my house, there's 4 of us. We have 4 phones. We have 4 tablets for school and 4 computers. Then maybe you have your Amazon Kindle. I have my Google Nest gaming system, my stereo system that I need to be connected Wi-Fi to enjoy around my house. What about those smart light bulbs or your Echo Dot or even any other type of security system? Smart television. All of these devices require that high-speed internet process. Now we can cover up to 100 devices and 5,500 square feet. So let me just give you a little walk around the house. This can cover any configuration or layout in your home. It could be that ranch style home, 3-story home. Maybe you want to go in the front of your house and the back of the house to give you that full coverage. Mesh technology is the fastest, top of the line technology designed to keep you connected every room. It's going to paint the walls with Wi-Fi, down the hallways, around the corners. It's smoother gaming, faster streaming, no more of that buffering and clogging up. And here's the big thing versus an extender. 1 name and 1 password. You are done to walk around the house. Parental controls, we love this. We didn't spend enough time on this, Elise, but you can schedule times for the internet, for when your children to be blacklisted off a certain list. I can prioritize when I go on a Zoom call for work to make sure it's speedy. And you know, it's like when you go to the mall or you're at an airport, Elise, you log into that router once and you walk all around and you don't worry about it again. That's what a mesh system is, but now it's all in your home. Easy to set up. 3 units to go around your home to make it seamless blanketing of Wi-Fi, super fast.
Boy, there's nothing more embarrassing than working from home and being that person whose Wi-Fi keeps going out on the Zoom call. It's so awful. I've been that person. Thank you, Paige. We sure do appreciate it. Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Elise.
8236302. I'm just having like flashbacks and I'm like sweating. I'm so, those calls make me nervous. All right, we are moving on to a beauty product that has truly taken the world by storm. This product continues to amaze everyone.